Kia ora, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the Benson and Hedges Cricket World Cup. To start the ceremony, the beautiful voice of Artereta Morrison.
One of the signature tunes of New Zealand, Pokari Kariana, sung there by Artereta Morrison, the sister of Sir Howard Morrison, one of New Zealand's most famous Maori entertainers, one of New Zealand's most famous entertainers. Well, it's a simple ceremony this morning to mark the beginning of cricket's 5th World Cup. There are some impressive elements, some simple parts, some crazy parts, some parts, as you see here, paying homage to New Zealand's place under the sun, the Maori and South Pacific cultures. There's a parade, of course, in the ceremony this morning. And there's one thing that must be a famous first for any world sports opening the ceremony. There are no speeches. And that's a welcome thing as I welcome in Henry Blofeld.
My goodness me, you're quite right, aren't you, O Thing? But it is wonderful, this. Look at those, the South Sea Islanders, the Maoris. It's all such fun here. It's bubbling. The atmosphere is terrific. I suppose you could say the only person missing is Dame Kirite Kanawa.
Yes, indeed. This is the cultural group from Rhythms of the Pacific, a Cook Island cultural group. And if you can hear that sort of one note in the background, it's because 35,000 party hooters are being handed out to the crowd today because they're going to play the most raucous fanfare in the history of sport to welcome in the 5th Cricket World Cup. Meanwhile, the Rhythms of the Pacific.
Yes, you can say it's all a great big hoot, or it's soon going to be. Isn't it marvellous? And those lovely cheerful faces just say it all. It is a wonderful, the atmosphere here. What a start to the World Cup. I've seen the start of all 5 World Cups now, and I must say this one comes second to none of the others. The last one, of course, in India 4 years ago in 86-87. You're not looking at a Japanese wrestler. This is the scene here at Eden Park, but the entire city of Auckland, the entire country of New Zealand is vibrant with excitement over this first World Cup in Australasia. And I must say the whole country is on the edge of its seat. It's tremendous, the atmosphere all over New Zealand.
Now we'd like to say hello to our international TV audience this morning, watching these live pictures coming in Great Britain and M Network in South Africa in particular. These pictures going live to 24 countries this morning.
Yes, I'd like to say particularly hello to my friends on B-Sky B back there in London and in England. I know they'll be enjoying it. Not as easy as it looks, any of it, the drumming, the dancing, or whatever. And mercifully, the sun is shining.
So this is a look at the new stand, specially built for the World Cup in 1992. The one you're looking at there, this ground here at Eden Park, has already played host to a number of sporting events of high world significance in its history. In particular, the Rugby World Cup, where New Zealand won the final in 1987, beating France. And Henry Blofeld, I guess there's a lot of Kiwis who'd like to see that happen again here in 92. What are the chances?
Well, I dare say every Kiwi here wants to see the Australians put in their place today. Australia, a most formidable one-day machine. It's been finely honed by coach Bob Simpson and captain Alan Border. They're going to be the side to beat in this competition. New Zealand have got a devil of a task on their hands today.
One of the more European traditions, but definitely a tradition of any New Zealand sporting occasion, the arrivals of the brass bands, and we've got 6 of them today. Continental Airlines Auckland Brass, the Band of the Royal Regiment of New Zealand Artillery, North Shore Brass, Auckland City Brass, Television New Zealand Brass, and Auckland's Top Brass. 6 brass bands to welcome in the opening ceremony of the Benson and Hedges World Cup.
And also, of course, the top brass, Keith, in the VIP with saloons and everywhere else. A lot of important people here today. The brass band's marvellous. People will be listening in Yorkshire, where, of course, brass bands are again such a feature of life. And these brass bands here, all 6 of them, adding their own incomparable bit to the atmosphere of Eden Park at the launch of this World Cup. It's hot work in this weather carrying those big tubers, but just listen to the noise. From the opening ceremony for the 5th Benson and Hedges World Cricket Cup. Here's a look back to the city, where a young Aucklander at the fountain at Queen Elizabeth Square in the heart of the shopping and business area of a city which keenly looks forward to the 5th Benson and Hedges World Cricket Cup. We'll have more from the opening ceremony after this.
When I host the 34th Annual Grammy Awards direct from Radio City Music Hall. 26th February, 7 at night. Only on Mnet, the best magic music.
Don't miss the 34th Annual Grammy Awards near live on Wednesday night, the 26th of February at 7. Only on Mnet.
Games in 33 days in 19 towns and cities throughout Australasia, 25 games in Australia, 14 here in New Zealand. And now the parade into the stadium of some of the great cricketing heroes and representations of the 9 countries which will take part in this 5th Cricketing World Cup. The biggest cricket tournament ever staged in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Eden Park the 9 countries participating in the Benson and Hedges Cricket World Cup.
There's that raucous hooting sound.
India!
And the first of the representations of the 9 competing nations coming into the stadium now, and this is a float representing one of the co-hosts of the last World Cup, India.
And of course India, who were the world champions in '83, they beat the West Indies very surprisingly at Lord's. Kapil Dev was one of the heroes then. Kapil Dev, one of the old men of cricket, a glorious record. He'll be at the forefront of it once again for India. A marvelously talented bowler, a wonderful hitting batsman, and of course Azharuddin, Mohammad Azharuddin, the captain, all oriental wrists and footwork, a glorious player. But best of all, 18-year-old Sachin Tendulkar just made 200s in the Test series against Australia, and at the age of 18, some knowledgeable commentators are already describing him as the best batsman in the world. What a nursery for cricket India has always been. You go right back to the turn of the century, Ranjit Singh, later Duleep Singh, wristy, oriental and marvellous. And this generation of Indians will continue this worthy tradition.
And the Hooters are out again for a welcome for the co-host again of the previous World Cup, Pakistan.
And Pakistan cricket for so long now has revolved around their captain in this tournament, Imran Khan, a wonderful cricketer. He's one of those who's taken more than 350 Test wickets. He's as young as he feels. He's 39 years young to be precise. A wonderful batsman. He doesn't bowl quite as he did in the old days now. Age has taken over. There's Wasim Akram, a marvellous left-arm over seam bowler, fast. Waqar Younis, the fastest in the world. Sadly, his injuries ruled him out of the competition. And then there's the old man again, Javed Miandad. He's been in all the World Cups for Pakistan. Still a wonderful player. He'll push for the odd single better than anyone in the competition.
So here's the float of England, and there a familiar figure on the English float, Tony Greig.
Tony Greig, one of the great England captains, also now an Australian citizen, a wonderful player. He was born in South Africa, played cricket for England, and has made his life in Australia. I think of 3 things of Tony Greig: 110 at Brisbane in 1974-5 against the full might of Thompson and Lilly, a 7-hour 103 against the spin of Bedi Chandrasekhar and co. on a spinner's pitch in Calcutta. And then when he turned to off breaks, he took 13 wickets for 156 in a Test match against the West Indies at Point Porter, Spain. Won it single-handed. An inspirational captain. The history of English cricket, well, it goes on forever. But Tony Greig, a very worthy representative to cheer England on in this opening ceremony.
And you can see his blazer of Channel 9, where he's here for a commentating role. As we welcome in the team, a welcome back to the world cricket on the total international scene for South Africa, and their representative on the podium there, you can see Clive Rice.
Clive Rice, a triumph and a tragedy. He should be here captaining South Africa. There have been political muddles in the Republic. He was left out, sadly and wrongly, but he's swallowed his pride. He's here now commentating with Channel 9, and he will do a great job, and he'll be with us in the TVNZ box from time to time. But South Africa are the unknown quantity. They've always been a deep reservoir for natural talent. They'll have some wonderful performers. They're not yet honed to international competition. They'll give someone a shock or two.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka.
Now representation of the float of Sri Lanka.
Sri Lankan cricket, Duleep Mendis.
the former captain of Sri Lanka, Dilip Mendes.
He was in charge in that first ever test match they played at Lord's way back in the mid-70s. He had 101 innings, was out for 97 in the next. He so nearly did it, and the whole of his life will haunt him what happened to those other three. Sri Lanka, the newest test-playing country, they won a victory or two in their own part of the world. Difficult to beat at home, but of course, at home, they've been unable to play test cricket for the last 4 or 5 years because of the internal troubles. But they'll cause a shock or two in this competition.
One World of Sport live from Eden Park in Auckland, New Zealand.
Ladies and gentlemen, West Indies.
The West Indies arrive, and this is a highly poignant moment for Sammy Gillen.
Sammy Gillen, one of those very, very rare cricketers who's played test cricket for 2 countries. He played 5 times for the West Indies, then made his home in New Zealand and played 3 test matches for New Zealand, and in one of them he was on the triumphant New Zealand side when they beat the West Indies. Well, well, well.
And that was on this ground, Henry.
Amazing, isn't it? And there's another cricketer in New Zealand, Bruce Parado, who did precisely the same. He lives in Hamilton, and I'm sure if he's not here today, he will be watching. The West Indies, Viv Richards has gone, Gordon Greenidge has gone, and a number of the other great players of the last decade have gone. But Richie Richardson is leading the new elite West Indies side, and these youngsters will come through before long.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Zimbabwe. Now they won the tournament for the...
John Traycott.
They won the tournament for the non-ICC countries in 1990 in Holland. They have won their way through to this, their 3rd World Cup appearance. And there's their representative, John Traycott.
John Traycott, remarkably, is the last South African test cricketer. Remember, they played their last series against Australia in 69-70. He is the last South African representative of that side, still playing international cricket. His home is Zimbabwe. He plays in Harare. He's a wonderful off-spinner to rank with anyone in the world today. He's in his mid to upper 40s, but his 10 overs in the competition will always be great value.
Zimbabwe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Australia.
The current holders of the World Cup,
Representing Australian cricket,
with 9 players from the World Cup winning team back here again, and there is on the float one of Australia's all-time greats, Richie Benaud.
Probably the greatest test captain ever. Many people will say so. 63 test matches, 2,200 runs, 248 wickets with those leg breaks. I suppose best known for going round the wicket at Old Trafford and bowling the Englishman out in 1961. An extraordinary Australian victory. A great commentator with Channel 9. A really marvellous ambassador for cricket. And I think there are many people around the world who love cricket because of all that Richie Benaud has done over the years on Australia's Channel 9, commentating about the game.
Richie Benaud and Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, New Zealand.
And there's the biggest shout of the day so far for New Zealand. And on the float for New Zealand, one of the all-time greats of New Zealand cricket. Auckland's very own, and the New Zealand's cricketing superstars of the 40s, 50s and 60s. Look, they're still bowing to him. Bert Sutcliffe.
And Bert Sutcliffe, look at him, in his 70s, he looks young enough to be playing today, and I tell you what, if he was, he wouldn't be the worst. 58 test matches, 3,600 runs, suffered a cruel blow from Peter Heine, the South African fast bowler, which rather slowly ended his career. A sad moment, but how appropriate that such a tremendous hero of the 50s and 60s, a lean period for New Zealand cricket, that someone who really, along with John Reid, held New Zealand cricket above water, should be here today on the float, making his triumphant way round his home ground, Eden Park.
You'll notice the music's been appropriate to each country as they've come in. So Pokari Kariana strikes up again for Bert Sutcliffe on the New Zealand float. And look how the young people are craning forward. Have a look. Photographs, cameras out. Those hooters are going non-stop for this marvellous parade of some of the heroes of the past and the present from the World Cup cricket nations. Eden Park, Auckland, New Zealand. One World of Sport bringing you live coverage of the opening ceremony of the 5th Benson and Hedges World Cricket Cup.
To Eden Park, the Benson and Hedges World Cup, and New Zealand's finest cricketer, Sir Richard Hadlee.
And now coming in a magnificent Packard, a 1930 Packard 8-sport Phaeton, a car worth $1 million, is New Zealand's $1 million cricketer, our only cricketing knight. And there he is with the Benson and Hedges World Cup, Sir Richard Hadlee. He looks as though he's enjoying himself, Henry.
Well, my goodness me, 431 test wickets later, one of the great men of the game of cricket, a terrific bowler, a fantastic performer, and how right that he should be out there in that $1 million car.
Sir Richard, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you down here, only just.
That's a bit of a... What's it like down there, mate? The noise is pretty loud up here.
I have to say that the atmosphere is unbelievable down here. To be sitting in this 1930 Packard vintage car, if it was a toy, I'd love to have it at home. But I'm holding this World Cup crystal prize for the winners, valued at $15,000. And they do tell me that that this is the second one because the first one actually broke. So if I drop this one, they're going to have to get another one done. It's a Waterford Crystal World Cup, and it's made in Ireland. So here it is. That's what it's all about. Back to you, team.
Sir Richard Hadlee.
Richard, can you hear us? I wondered, driving round Eden Park today, with all those wickets under your belt, which performance of your own on this famous ground do you remember best of all?
I've got a problem hearing you down here, Henry, I'm afraid. The atmosphere is just too loud. There's a lot of noise. Unfortunately, I'm just not getting what you're saying.
Amazing, Henry. The system worked beautifully at rehearsal yesterday when there was no one in the ground. We didn't bank on the noise level.
Well, Richard Hadlee, I can tell you, he took 6 for 105 against the West Indies in 1986-87, 5 for 63 against Australia. He'll have enjoyed that in 81-82, and 5 for 104 against Pakistan in 78-79. Always a difficult wicket for fast bowlers here. A featherbed, but only a bowler of Hadley's great class could have done what he has done here.
Look at the marvellous condition of the outfield and infield here at Eden Park in Auckland, New Zealand. Getting set after the parade is completed for the first match, Australia against New Zealand, World Cup 1992. There is another look at one of New Zealand's all-time greats. A left-handed batsman came to the fore at Takapuna Grammar School in the years of the Second World War, and after that his name was emblazoned across the cricketing world, playing first for New Zealand in 1947 right through to 1965. Bert Sutcliffe. Live coverage of the 1992 World Cricket Cup opening ceremony from Auckland, New Zealand. Auckland is a jogger's paradise too, a city with 1 million people. It even has farms within its city limits, and on these you can see some of New Zealand's 70 million sheep. More from Eden Park after this.
Match tonight will be in Perth, where England met India. But first of all, the first game tonight is the game between Australia and New Zealand. I'm going to pick up the action in the first over with McDermott bowling to right.
He's bowled him 2 wides and he struck. That looked to me as if that ball hit the inside of the bat and then came back onto the stumps. But what a start for Australia. And how unlucky can you be? John Wright, all that experience. He's 37 years of age. Let's have another look.
Yes, the 2 wide, he disposed his leg stump. It must have hit the glove or the bat handle and come straight back onto the leg stump. McDermott can't believe his luck, and it's a great breakthrough. New Zealand 1 for 2.
Got him. No, he's dropped him. I can't believe it. straightforward catch to Tom Moody, in and out. And that is also the end of the over. He'll be feeling like death warmed up. 1 wicket down, 12 runs on the board. Oh, well bowled. Oh, he's given him out, my goodness. That came as a surprise to the batsman. Well, I thought that bounced too much. My immediate reaction was going over the top. This is the replay. It's probably straight enough, but have a look where it hit him. He was going forward. What do you think, Bill?
Well, independent umpires are in vogue here in the World Cup. Put the finger up to the umpire. High hard booing from the crowd. It's a bad start. It's 2 for 13.
That's a good shot. Just pushed it down the ground, and that's one of the short boundaries that Richie Benaud was referring to earlier. And the outfield is very fast indeed. And really just a push drive by Martin Crowe, getting in 4.
It's been a good performance from New Zealand. They're past the 50 mark, and we're not up to the end of the 15th over yet.
It's in the air, and it's been taken, very well caught by Ian Healy. Rod Latham, opening batsman, is on his way. The 3rd wicket to fall. Short and wide delivery. Latham gave it the full flow of the bat. Then he managed to get a toe end of it wide to Ian Healy, who, diving away to his right, takes the catch.
Well, a very good catch by Healy. Latham trying to do the right thing and take severe toll of that wide ball and get it away, but he's got the edge, and Healy taking that catch. A magnificent catch. A good breakthrough for Australia. Well bowled, Tom Moody.
New Zealand 3 for 53. So Ken Rutherford is the new batsman. Crowe, it's a slow one as the outfield is coming around. It's a valiant attempt by Dean Jones. The slowness of the pace of the wicket caused Martin Crowe to hit that much finer than he was aiming. He was aiming over mid-wicket. The ball in the end has gone to the boundary, but what a magnificent attempt by Dean Jones to get around and take the catch.
Yes, the right idea. Didn't quite go where he wanted it to go, but have a look at this now. Dean Jones, very, very quick, and boy, had he caught that, would have been a classic. But he just got his fingertips to it. In the air, down to square leg, one bounce into the fence for 4. Good shot. Can't afford to bowl short, and that brings up the 100 as well for the New Zealanders.
We have a change of bowling here. Martin Crowe is the batsman, but Peter Taylor.
In the air and into the gap for 4. They started to get some rhythm, and that's where they're hitting him. Taylor won't be happy. That wasn't a very good delivery.
Well, the Australians have bowled a couple short just recently, and the New Zealanders have really latched onto them. Here it is again, short, and that's just where he wants it to be. There's a big gap in the mid-wicket boundary there, and here it goes again. Here, straight over mid-wicket, there's a big gap, 4 runs.
Once again a short delivery, and once again to the fence it goes. So that one goes smashing into the fence, and that brings up Crowe's 50. He's made 50 off 88 balls. Just 5 boundaries, 5 fours. Boy, do they need him to play a good knock today.
Yeah, Martin Crowe once again getting onto the short pitch delivery and dispatching it for 4. He'd be delighted. I'm sure that's done his confidence a great deal of good. His first 50 in this World Cup.
So Reid back. And he's got it down between 2 fielders. Very accurately bisecting them. 4 more runs to Martin Crowe, and the Australians being punished for short bowling.
It may be that they're a little bit short of a gallop. As Border says, they haven't had as much limited overs practice as they would like coming into the World Cup. There's plenty of other matches to go, but certainly the bowling today has not paid much attention to the type of pitch on which they're operating.
Oh, what a glorious shot. Short ball pulled away, and now one pitched up, and he banged it through mid-off.
just the sort of classic stroke you would have in a textbook or on a video showing you how to play the off drive.
So here's Mark Waugh, and trying to compensate for the short bowling over pitches, and is put away for another boundary, so runs really streaming here for New Zealand now. We've had 14 of the last 7 deliveries, and that's a half century for Ken Rutherford.
And a lot of his runs have come in that area from point to down to the gully area. That could be safe. It'll be a good catch if they get it. Border made the ground, but couldn't get himself into position. Very difficult chance, but that's 2 the Australians have put out today. First Tom Moody, and now the skipper Alan Border.
Apart from anything else, he had the umpire to consider as well, although I'm not sure if he got the figure of Kaiser Hyatt in the corner of his eye.
Very close, very close, he's out! Oh, great piece of fielding. Mark Waugh coming in. It's always going to be close. It must have been a photo finish. Rutherford, after a great innings, is found short by Waugh coming in. The underarm was one stump, and he made it.
Yes, he has the replay. Just push, Crowe just drops it down there, and Mark is right in there, direct hit on the stumps, and hardly in the picture.
Chris Harris, just 22 years of age, very nervous and keyed up in front of this big crowd. It's going to be Peter Taylor coming back into the attack. He gets a nice deflection, bad ball, he gets it away fine, it could go all the way down the hill. Marsh is coming around, he won't get there. Well, Harris picks up 6 runs, a good over. 4 for 178. Oh, a chance of a run out, he's gone. The Harris, good thinking by Crowe, he kept coming. Once again, it's Border at a cover position, makes a great save. Another run out, this time Chris Harris. New batsman Ian Smith at the non-striker's end. Crowe's on strike. It's the last ball, he's gone for. That's a great shot. It's over the head of Boone. It could go all the way. Crowe finding the gap. That's 4. Oh, there it goes. 5 for 199 after 44 overs. Steve Waugh taking his time. He's a good bowler in the final overs when the pressure's really on. There's 4 men inside the circle trying to constrict the batsman for singles. This time he gets it squarer. There's a man there. That beats him. 4 runs. He picked that slow ball and swung it fine. New Zealand doing well in the final overs under pressure.
McDermott. Oh, well taken by Healy. Magnificent catch by Healy. A little inside edge went flying away and down the leg side, and boy, that's the second great catch he's taken. It went flying really fast and low, and Healy had his glove there and went straight in the middle.
One earlier, diving away to the right, this time diving away to his left. What a good take that is. Ian Smith would have recognised it as a wicket-keeper, just how good a catch that was, and he's on his way. New Zealand 6 for 215.
Ian Healy, what a great catch. Cairns is on strike. He's got 4. Crowe at the non-striker's end has 99. What an innings. This is the last over, and it's going to be Stephen Waugh to bowl it. Ball's through to the keeper. Try to hoik that one away. In fact, if he'd have hit it, he might have hit the scoreboard.
It's the right shot, a short delivery from Steve Waugh. Chris Cairns showing signs of having the intentions that his father showed with the bat, of hitting the ball as hard as he possibly could and as far as he could. Only one mistake on that occasion, no contact.
Be a pretty popular New Zealander, Cairns, if he doesn't manage to get Crowe the strike at some stage. Got it away, that's 4. Got it away nice and fine. They brought the fine leg up because they wanted to run back at mid-on. It's gone flying away to the boundary for 4, so Cairns gets 4.
238 the total. Again, Cairns showing the right inclination. Steve Waugh again appeals for an LBW. Just happened to come off the middle of the bat.
Oh, Cairns has got the strike, and he's doing pretty well. 8 runs off 8 balls. 4 balls to go in this match. He's got that one away again, and that's 4 as well. What a good shot by Cairns. 3 balls to go. Martin Crowe remains on 99 not out, and Cairns making the most of it down the other end.
Steve Waugh hasn't done much wrong. He's bowled 2 balls in line with the stumps, but Chris Cairns is making room for himself by just sneaking across towards off stump, giving them fine of the squarer backward square leg. Alan Border has some problems here. Not much that Steve Waugh can do about it. Chris Cairns is doing a great job for his side.
Yes, and Martin Crowe is saying, mate, if you keep hitting those 4s, don't worry about my 99. And he's got that one away. They'll get 2 here. This might be 4 as well. Perhaps they'll get 3. Crowe's limping. Will he come back for the 3rd? Yes, he is. Cairns going for it too. The ball coming back at the wall. Just misses the stump. And so a huge cheer from the New Zealanders. They're all out of their seat. The reason, well, their hero is on 99, and he's got the strike, and there are 2 balls to go. Well, he's going to have to go for the big one. He can't just look for the 1. He's going to want a 6 here. 2 6s, I suppose, of the last 2 balls. He's on 99. Waugh's the bowler. And he's got it away. That's 100 for Cairns. That's 100 for Crowe. And they're onto the ground. Oh, no. They're invading the ground. Crowe wants nothing to do with it. I can't believe this. They're spoiling what so far has been a magnificent occasion. The Kiwis can't help themselves. They're charging out onto the ground. This is the last ball. Down the leg side, no runs, so that's the end of the innings. Oh, he's given wide. He's given wide. Umpire Kissa Hayat from Pakistan has given wide, so he has to re-bowl that ball.
That has got to be one of the narrowest wides that has ever been bowled in any grade of cricket. It has just failed to flick the leg stump. Chris Cairns has gone across towards the off stump as he's done all of this over, making room for himself, and that ball has just missed the stump.
Well, this is the last one, hits the pads, and they'll get a leg bye for this. So that's the end of a magnificent innings by Martin Crowe, an undefeated century. Cairns running for the dressing room as well. The crowd are pouring onto the ground here. This is not good to see.
That's a terrific performance from New Zealand. 249 Australia have to make. We were saying early on that 225 would be difficult to chase. 249 is an immense task, and all credit to New Zealand, who played wonderfully well after that bad start. This is the card with 100 for Martin Crowe and 57 for Rutherford, in good partnerships towards the end, with Crowe and Harris adding 20, Crowe and Smith 24, and Crowe and Cairns 33. The bowling figures for Australia: McDermott 2 for 43, Reid 1 for 39, and Moody 1 for 37. The wicket takers: Steve Waugh took a hammering with 60 off 10, Peter Taylor 36 from 7, and Mark Waugh no wicket for 27. So a wonderful performance in front of a vast crowd here at Eden Park. Australia 249 to make. I think it is a very, very big ask.
Thank you, Richie, and here is Chris Cairns. Chris Cairns, who had the unique opportunity today to walk on to the field for the World Cup in a team which was led on by his father, Lance Cairns, leading the New Zealand team on with the New Zealand flag. Just the one slip there for Australia, and the other man in the close catching position there on the onside is a close in mid-on. So Australia on the way with a boundary. It's a short boundary down there, and a boundary which yielded many runs for New Zealand during their innings, and David Bourne has benefited from it.
Patel to continue with his right arm off spinner. As he swings it away, that's 4. That's a bad ball. You can hold of that. It was pitched short, and Boone doesn't miss many bad deliveries. Patel just losing control.
Of course, this is always the problem with a spin bowler bowling with a brand new ball too, isn't it? Because the only real bad ball that he's bowled, but he did drag that one down a little bit, turned, and of course that's in the arc for pulling away as Boone did, and a good shot, fine result.
young Larson coming into the attack with his medium paces. Marsh driving in the air, gone! Good catch! That broke the shackles. Good bowling by Larson. Marsh going for the drive, went to play, he dived forward, took the catch, the first wicket's down. Listen to that crowd roar at Eden Park.
Yes, the New Zealand crowd here is really up, really excited about the fact that the pressure's been put on, and yeah, he drives it, it's not quite there, and a brilliant catch in the covers.
Dean Jones taking guard. The first wicket is down. It's 1 for 62. Dean Jones coming in at a good time. Bright sunny afternoon as Gavin Larson picks up the first wicket of Jeff Marsh, caught by Rod Latham at cover point. Good catch. Jones cuts, it's in the air, flies past the vacant slip cordon. 4 runs, so the nervous Jones gets off the mark with a slash. Plenty of bat on that one. No slip in, so maybe Martin Crowe should have put a little bit of pressure on Dean Jones. He's a nervous starter. His weakness is just about there. He cuts and races away for 4.
Dean Jones looking to put the pressure on the New Zealand fielders. It's a short boundary and he's in trouble. He's on his way. Dean Jones tried to take on the fielder there. Chris Cairns moving in from the square leg boundary. It's a fairly short boundary there. Dean Jones very fast between the wickets, but on this occasion not fast enough. Pick the gap. There's no fieldsman down in the deep fine enough to cut that off as Australia brings up their 100. Border does take some risks here. There's a fieldsman in the outfield. He's come around, taken the catch.
Chris Cairns once again struck to a great catch in the deep there. Alan Border went on the sweep against the spin, and as a result the ball went up in the air a little bit, enough to carry all the way through to Chris Cairns. Very good catch and a very important wicket at this ripe of time. There it is again, on the sweep, turns a little bit. Cairns running around the boundary. Great running catch. Well done, Chris Cairns.
There's another wicket there. Tom Moody is out, caught and bowled by Rod Latham. So Australia now lose their 4th wicket. All of a sudden there's a little bit of tension around the place again for the Australians. So from being a little more relaxed as the day went on, all of a sudden the dressing room will be a little bit nervous. So the new batsman will be Steve Waugh, who will join David Boone, and Australia now under pressure at 4 for 120.
Mark Waugh is the new batsman. The required run rate now 7.29. Larson is the bowler. And LBW, Mark Waugh. And even though he was pushing forward, he didn't seem to me to be going very far forward. We can check that on the replay, but there's 5 wickets down now, and New Zealand are doing it well.
Yes, he does tend to hit across the line just a fraction. Mark Waugh, Larson bowling stump to stump. He's pretty close, so he doesn't go very wide. Let's have a look at that one. Well, he was a fraction forward. By judging, would have hit the stumps. Disappointing end for Mark Waugh and the 2 young Lions, Moody and Waugh, missing out in this World Cup start here at Auckland, and all of a sudden the crowd going mad. It's 5 for 125. Can New Zealand beat Australia? It would be a great upset for the start of the World Cup. The game's not over yet. 9.7 required. Boone thrashes at the deep cover. Will he get it? No, he won't. Glorious shot by David Boone. He moves to 89. So Boone and Steve Waugh fighting hard. Full toss, bad ball. That's 4 more. So Boone doing the job. Watson just losing his rhythm and his length. Boone pushes it away for 4 more.
It's in the air. It's in the gap also. Straight into the side screen. And that is 6. And that's a very good finish to the over. 11 runs coming from it. 5 for 196 Australia. There's his century. It's been a very good innings for Australia. Another fine innings from David Boone. Martin Crowe showed us this morning his batsmanship, and David Boone has matched that this afternoon. So a pretty important innings for Australia. 11 boundaries. takes 133 balls in bringing up his century. In the air, he's dived and he's taken the catch. Well, that was in the air for a long time. It was coming back slowly, but Gavin Larson had to throw himself to his right and forward, and Steve Waugh is on the way, and it's a crucial wicket for the New Zealanders, and Australia again are under pressure. 200 up for Australia. Ian Healy's a good worker of the ball. It's another chance for a run out. It's a direct hit, and there it is. Another wicket for Australia, for New Zealand.
That's Boone. That is a big wicket. David Boone, who's just scored 100, has been dismissed. A direct hit. Not sure who threw it. Probably Chris Harris, I would think. And now that really puts a lot of pressure on Australia. That's the wicket, should in fact decide the outcome of this particular match. Well played by Healy. I think that's Chris Harris coming round there. It is indeed, he's a marvellous fielder. Direct hit, Boone well out of his ground. And that could be ball game, Greg.
That's what the doctor ordered as far as New Zealand is concerned. A magnificent innings of 100 by David Boone. He's out, run out, 7 for 200. Across the line, they've got to run for everything, and that's another run out, and Australia on the ropes. In the air, and that's gone. And so may well be Australia. Ken Rutherford takes the catch. The New Zealanders are delighted.
Oh, Peter Taylor looking to chip that over mid-wicket. He timed it well enough. He picked out the fieldsman, headed straight to him. And this crowd here, around about 25 to 30,000, going berserk at Eden Park. And rightly so, they were the underdogs. They made 248 for 6. Now they're defending that total brilliantly in the first round of the World Cup.
Reid has hit it in the air. That's the end of the game. That's it. New Zealand has won. A surprise victory here, and 30,000 New Zealand supporters, well, a fair percentage of them are going to make a dash to congratulate their team as they head off the ground.
Well, there we are. Tremendous win there for the Kiwis, and what a turn-up for the books that one was. Australia going into the competition as undoubtedly firm favourites indeed. And, well, one wonders and looks at that game and thinks ahead maybe till Wednesday when South Africa will take on Australia at Sydney. And you look at that game and you've got to say to yourself, you've got to get rid of Boone pretty quickly. He's a devastating batsman and only being run out there by a great throw from Chris Harris, making that a sure hit on the stumps there and leaving Boone no option to run off. But what a good batsman he is, and I think we're going to have trouble with him on Wednesday. We'll have to wait and see. But of course, what a great knock by Martin Crowe as well, 100 not out, and certainly gave 1 or 2 chances during the course of his innings, but he took full advantage of that by going on to get that superb 100 not out and made, well, we made him. In fact, our guests, Conrad Hunt and Jimmy Cook in the studio this morning, made him our man of the match, Martin Crowe. Good leadership indeed there by the New Zealand captain. Well, of course, the second match today was the one between England and India. That game played at the Wacker